Hi YouTube, Edmund West here. I wanted to give a few examples of how modern systems are obsolete because they are still based on location, i.e. where you live in the world. Now, they're being made obsolete by all the things that are causing globalization. Telegraph, telephones, mobile phones, internet, container ships, planes, etc. First example is political. The first past the post system, which we have in Britain, and the Electoral college system, which they have in America. Now, back in the 18th century, you couldn't have proportional representation, where you have the same percentage of seats as you do votes. In the past, elections had to be local, because there were no railways, there was no telegraph. So you had to have elections in, say, Lambeth and Georgia and so on. But today that system isn't working for two reasons. One thing, it means you feel your vote is wasted because unless you've backed the winner, your vote will not count. In proportional representation, every vote counts. Which is why there was a much higher turnout for referendums than there is for general elections in this country. The second problem with it is that it creates huge coalition parties with lots of factions in them. And these factions would normally be separate political parties, but in first past the post you have to appeal to as broad mass as possible. So, for example, the pro-European and Eurosceptic wings of the Conservative Party, the socialist, Blairite, Brownite, Corbynist wings of the Labour Party, red and blue UKIP, even. And under proportional representation, it's very rare for one party to get more than 50% of the vote. So you usually have coalitions, and trust me, I've lived under a coalition government. Tories and Lib Dems for 5 years. It was a hell of a lot better than the government we have now. It's another check and balance. Coalitions temper down their reckless behaviour. One party in power doesn't. So we do need proportional representation in Britain and America, and that would mean UKIP would have 81 seats instead of 1. I know, I can't stand it, but maybe if they had MPs, people would see how useless they were. Second example is taxes. Business rates. You only have to pay them if you have a physical shop. In the past you had to, but now we have the internet. You can be an online-only business and escape business rates. And the same with corporation tax. In the past it was very difficult to dodge, but now, because we have aeroplanes, because we have the internet, because we have mobile phones, you can base yourself in Bermuda or the Channel Islands or any other tax haven, at least if you have the money. This is putting pressure on the tax system. And TV schedules. They're having to release DVDs sooner and sooner after a cinema film's been released. American series are having to appear earlier and earlier in other countries because otherwise they know people will simply pirate them. Of course, lots of people would pirate films anyway, but there are some who do it because they have no choice. So, let's see if there are other examples. Think of any other examples of obsolete location-based systems which need to be changed. See you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.